Hi, Pepper.
Hi.
Okay. Well, that's not good for the YouTube edit. Hi,
Okay.
Pepper.
Ah.
There we go. Welcome back to Evindale and branching out. You look cute.
Oh, thank you.
You look absolutely adorable. I love your hair.
Thanks.
I really do. I love your hair. Anyhow.
Thank you.
All righty. So we're going to... No idea.
Yes. So if you are watching this on YouTube, give us a little follow. I don't know where the button is. Subscribe.
It'd be down there, I think.
It's fun. And you could join us on Discord. Follow us over there and follow us on TikTok where we shitpost.
Well, this time tomorrow, we will lose that. So we're not going to drop the Discord thing because I'm not too sure what it's going to be. But if downstairs, down below in the about section here on Twitch, you can just get to it. Yeah, down below.
That's cute.
What down below? What? That's
no, downstairs. It was cute. That's funny.
Downstairs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Funny.
Where it's all cleaned up.
Yeah.
It looks good. Looks good.
Okay.
It's all new panels down there and everything. Yeah, it looks good. Anyway, so if you go down there and click on Discord on Twitch, you
Nope. No, I didn't go totally against TOS in my head. It's fine.
Well,
I'll just continue to drink this non-mojito.
We know where Erin's at. We also know where Erin has been. So we have on Twitch with me on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays.
Oh my God.
Don't.
Anyways,
don't blow up
go
your spot,
follow me
man.
on Erin My Laundry.
ErinMyLaundry. Erin My Laundry. Also on Twitch. Instagram, the X thing, probably not for long. And of course, Threads.
Of course, Threads. Hello, everybody from Threads.
Honey, would you like to play some Pathfinder?
Yeah, let's fucking do it.
Let's do it.
Oh my God. Well, I'm opening up Foundry because I forgot we closed it. And then I am... Okay, in a moment of panic, you know what? Fuck it. In a moment of panic, she's gonna fucking... Like, she's like cornered like a angry animal, and she's gonna bum rush the dragon and try to grapple. Because she's got Titan Wrestler. And that's the first thing I saw in my Hero Lab.
Oh, stop. Full stop. Can you kindly, Boundary's about to be up. Can you kindly read what Titan Wrestler does, please?
Oh yeah. Attempts to disarm, grapple, shove, or trip creatures up to 2 sizes larger than you. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to try to trip it. Or shove it. I'm going to try to shove it. We're going to try to shove it out of the way so we can get through. Morty, let's go. We're going. We're rioting. We're going. We're
okay.
Going through.
Hold. Wait. Stop.
Yeah.
Stop. Number 1, are you frightened?
I am.
You're under the effects of frightened.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Foundry is up. There you go.
Cool.
Okay,
Cool.
Let's take a look at this real quick because, oh God, this could be bad. I go running towards it with my arms out with the full intention of pushing it back so we can squeeze by. And all it does is
terrified.
And all it does is open its mouth and you walk into it. Keep that in mind. It is that big. So let us go to, hold on. I need to, hold on, the VTT crashed on stream, so 1 second, let me get that up and running.
2 sizes larger, right?
It is a large creature.
Oh, I'm a medium creature. This is brilliant.
Are you medium or are you small?
Technically, we decided I was actually a medium creature.
Oh, right. That's right. That is correct. Okay.
But we have been role playing as if I am small because I am pretty small.
You are a wee. I think the dragon size should be large. 1 second. Everything's coming up. See, if you go and you follow on YouTube, all this gets edited out. you get all the good shit. There we
I don't remember if I'm frightened 1 or frightened 2.
You are frightened 2.
It. Oh, okay. So let me go back because I clicked on it. I think I accidentally made it frightened 2, but I guess not.
No, you are frightened 2. Alrighty, here is this. Why is that not going? Hold on. Toggle camera mode. Why?
Is there music?
No, I turned it off. 1 second. I'm trying to.
No worries.
Why? This is weird. This is not okay. Bear with us, folks. There you go. Alrighty. This thing is there. Let me just make sure that we've got the creature. Come on, you. Here we go. It is in fact large. Yeah, that's right. Okay. They changed the size of dragons in Pathfinder 2e. So it is only large. You are blocked into a cave. Now, I'm going to put Morty back into about where the cave goes.
Right.
So, and then I'm going to draw about the extent of the cave coming out to about something like this. Okay?
Okay.
So that's the cave, and this thing could squeeze inside of it.
Sure.
So it's not good. Hold on, let me see. If I do this, does that update? No, it doesn't. All right. Well, is what it is. Okay, babe.
All right.
Let's get this going, and alrighty. We currently have it where? Oh, that's right. I need to get. We're going to just go right into battle mode. Let me get some music up for you. This is the perils of getting shit. Man, guys, I am so sorry for this. Let's see. What does this sound like?
Well, it's okay because we just we had everything set up and then it crashed. So
it totally crashed. It really did.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's get that up. Let's close that. Oh, let's play this. Here we are. This might do well. There you go. How's that?
Yeah. Good.
I love you.
I'm ready to go.
Alrighty.
Me too. So she's fucking scared, right? So she's trapped in a corner as a scared little Leshy. She's literally gonna run through, try to shove through using Titan Wrestler, but she's gonna do it with her eyes closed because she's afraid. Okay,
so let us roll for initiative. Let's get going on this.
It's your turn.
Oh, God.
Fuck yeah.
Bramble, you go first. It goes on 24. Morty goes on 22. Bramble, you're up.
Brilliant. Closing eyes, going, let's go, Morty. We gotta get the fuck out. Ah! And just running right through to try to shove.
Oh, shit. Okay, well, hold on for 1 second. Wow. Can you describe how that's going to look, what that would look like?
Yeah, so I think what happens is she goes up with her hands out and her eyes closed, but her vines have sort of, over this experience, have sort of taken on its own sort of like situational awareness.
Yeah.
So her extra vines that dock out of her are going to
I love that.
are going to like shove themselves into the ground by her to kind of anchor her down to brace for impact, and she's gonna like shove her whole body weight into the dragon and try to shove it into towards the right against the wall.
Alrighty.
To give enough space for Morty to pass through.
So a shove is a single action. Okay, it is an athletic skill. I need you to roll that against its fortitude DC.
Okay, I can do that.
Let's see what you got. Meanwhile, I'm going to move you back to the point of the shove, to right around here. That's
against its fortitude. I'm gonna I'm gonna use my hero point for this.
Sure. Its fortitude save is 35.
Jesus fucking Christ. With that 22, do I want to use my hero point? Well, I guess it doesn't matter. That would be metagaming.
Well, you know what? These things tend to just go against 10 plus. So it'd be 10 plus 22 or 32, not 35.
Yeah, it'd still be a plus 22 modifier. I'm going to do it because I said I would do it before you rolled. So I'm going to do it anyways.
All right, let's roll. Let's see what you got. That's an 8. Marginally better. That's
great.
Yeah, unfortunately, that is a critical fail. You start charging forward. Can you describe how you lose your balance, fall, and land prone immediately before it?
Yeah, I closed my eyes before I started running forward and ended up running. I'll show you. I run. Oh, I was going to say this way. Run right into this wall.
Yeah.
Smack into the wall. It looked fucking cool up until instead of turning right, I turned left.
Okay, so you smacked into the wall. And you ended up landing prone right in front of it, unfortunately.
We're getting out of here. We're breaking out, Morty.
So that was one move. That's one action.
Yeah, so I'm gonna get up, which will be my next action.
Okay, go ahead. Cool. Or rather, you stand. Yeah.
Yeah, stand. And then I'm going to do... Can I do hydraulic push? Would that push it back? Hold on. Oh, no, it's 2 actions. Yeah. I'm going to do...
Oh, this is not good.
No, it's not at all. These are all fucking 2 actions. Okay, I'm going to take my... my short sword looks like it's out. Oh, yeah, this is the short sword that I got from Darian. I'm going to use the short sword that is out and try to hit it.
Okay, go ahead, target it, roll for hit. Oh, hold on. If you're going to take it out, that's an interact action, and that would be.
No, I think it's. Well, it shows it's already out. I don't know if I had it the whole time.
We can say it's already out. I mean, it's really up to you, but you tell me.
Otherwise, I'd punch it. I don't mind. Whichever one you want.
You tell me. This is your character.
Okay, I'll strike it with the sword. It's out, so I'll strike it.
All right. Let's see what you got.
Let's see. Oh god, these 7s. Critical fucking miss. All right, good to know. Morty, dig yourself out the other way.
And with your miss, that was a melee strike. You can't use this weapon to attack until the end of your next turn. Your weapon goes into strike. Some of the scales of the dragon, it ends up slipping under there. But just as the creature undulates and comes on back, recoiling its head for a breath upon whatever it is in front of it, the weapon gets lodged in there. You cannot pull it out. It seems to be just held in there by pure friction. Are you done with your turn?
Oh, yes, absolutely. Let me end it. Oh, you ended it. Okay.
Yeah, no, I didn't. Okay, so...
I don't have an initiative.
What's that?
I don't have an initiative order here. Interesting.
Hold on for 1 second. Let me do this and that. All right, cool. Wow. Okay. This should be... Let me see here, if I may. Come on, you. There we are. I found you. Hello.
It's your turn.
Yep, gotcha. Alrighty. It begins to coil back. It's... You can feel the deep rumble as you had scrambled up to your feet. You end up stabbing it. It brings its head back and then... off to the side. It ends up taking a single step back and then turning around, and you follow its head. It looks up in the air. Its neck then its head cranes round on the back of its neck, or it's gonna be to look in back of it. The whole of it now spinning around. Something lands right next to it. a massive creature, about 9 feet tall, not as large as the dragon itself. The dragon, taking the remaining of its actions, charges forward, its teeth lashing out at the creature. There is, where are you? Get over here. There we go. This thing raises its hand, takes a claw, swipes down on it, misses. The dragon then latches onto its forearm. So that has taken all of its actions. Let me see here. The dragon now begins to latch on and is going to engage in a bite. Got that. Not a problem.
Oh my God.
29.
Chonky rolls.
What's that?
These are some chonky rolls.
Yeah, they are. That's a 29 to hit. Unfortunately for the dragon, the creature just grabs the dragon by its neck, its hand barely able to fit around its neck, but still taloned hands start wrapping around the creature, wearing some kind of like a leathery caul with almost a crown of horns on it, a kind of a banded leather armor with what appears to be like an almost dusty-esque skirt coming down and hanging off of its hips. Underneath the armored pauldrons, which also seem to be made out of, you begin piecing it all out, it looks like dragon hide coming out from underneath that. You can also detect the appearance of an ancient garment. The whole of it, while the armor itself looks a little bit bulky, the creature under it all also appears a little bit spindly, its face misshapen, its teeth not symmetrical, its eyes one larger than the other but barely able to be seen in the shadows cast by this thorny crown. It grabs the dragon itself and pries its neck backwards off of its hand and begins to squeeze. One moment.
Holy shit! Bramble's literally like looking in complete disbelief and awe and like slowly starting to back away.
This thing, you can see its talons start biting into the neck and then very much into the scales itself. Having rolled a 46, this thing now with a free arm now has like its talons really dug into the skin, just pulls back a punch and hauls off on the lower jaw of the dragon.
Oh my God.
Let me get that. And this is going to be -5. That's going to be a 21. The dragon, unfazed by it, tries to parry back and tries to bending over to grab onto the arm that has it by the neck. Unfortunately, the dragon doesn't have that kind of maneuverability, and instead it opens up its mouth. The creature holding onto it begins to squeeze even more, and that is going to be the end of all of their turns.
Oh my God.
It's your turn.
Morty, meanwhile, taking a look at this, holy shit! And he is completely frightened by this. Not only is the dragon giving off an aura, but so is it.
Oh.
Whatever this thing is has compounded the issue. Morty pulls back, completely recoiling in fear. And you can see all 8 of his legs. His tail has come back around along his side. His entire back is up against the cave wall, trying to remove himself as far as he can from this. Your friend is paralyzed with fear.
Oh no! Oh no!
Yeah, he is now in a state of frightened 3. For you, my love. One moment. Yeah, this is, it's, oh, here it is. 1 second, baby.
I think it says I'm fatigued. I think that's because I slept in armor and I forgot to unclick that.
No worries. Yeah, let me remove that for you. Hold on.
I got it. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, that's fine then.
I'm just confirming with you.
Okay, Morty backs off for a little bit. The smaller creature, medium-sized, that is alongside whatever the hell this thing is, comes in. It has a blade that has a curved edge to it, very much like a scimitar or a falchion. However, the edges themselves have small, like metal spikes coming out of it, not directly out of it, but I'm sorry, not spikes, hooks in a downward fashion. If it were to swipe along, it would not slash, it would rip. This creature,
it's like serrated.
Yeah, it's a little bit more than serrated. It looks like hooks, the kind that you would find in nature. Give me a nature check.
Fucking gladly. I changed that to master today from leveling up.
Nice.
Oh, that's a 30.
You recognize the hooks themselves. This is not a metal weapon. This is a weapon fashioned after hardened dragon wing.
Ooh.
This creature charges forward, and with the dragon held aloft by this other thing, it runs right underneath the underbelly, attempting to fit its blade underneath the scales. What were you gonna ask?
Am I able during this character's 6 seconds? Is Bramble able to, with the information she just received and learning with the high score, I think it was 30 something about the ice dragon, is she able to deduce from watching this situation that either the weapon is because these are dragon hunters specifically, or the weapon is crafted because ice dragons are really immune to most things except themselves, kind of thing?
I don't know so much about the latter, but you can tell that the armor that these two are wearing is almost all dragon hide.
Okay.
And whatever that 9-foot tall thing is, a little bit more information. Its wings, though large, appear to be more vestigial. One wing is slightly smaller than the other. They are a carryover from a prior time. There is something about this creature that is wholly unnatural. It does not appear to have the usual description of something, or excuse me, the usual appearance of something that is naturally created. In short, a towering figure at 9 feet, rough leathery hide with patches that emit from underneath a soft, eerie glow. One eye significantly larger than the other and glowing yellow, a dim yellow, but nonetheless, a wide mouth drawn back to the jaw, to the joint in the jaw, filled with a jagged, mismatched teeth, with 2 misshapen wings protruding from its back that appear vestigial, muscular and elongated limbs underneath this armor. You can tell that the armor itself is actually padded, as if the armor does not actually fit whatever this thing is. The elongated limbs, much larger and of ill proportions than anything else found in nature, all ending in clawed hands and feet, something you can also tell due to its lack of shoe on its foot. Bony protrusions as this thing turns around and grabs. Bony protrusions coming out from the armor, which you can only guess are actually from the spine itself. The whole of it having a slightly hunched posture, as if burdened by its own power, with an aura of raw divine energy causing occasional twitches. Likewise, and so it is with the thing that has accompanied it, that is now running straight across its belly with this. Unfortunately for it, unsuccessfully, the dragon still held. We go to Bramble. You go.
Next.
Fuck. Okay, I'm at the mouth of the cave. And Morty's paralyzed, right?
Not in the sense of paralyzed with fear. He's at frightened 3, and therefore is not going to be moving much at all.
How much can he move with frightened 3?
Well, frightened itself just kind of gives you gives you negatives to stuff. So, in this case, he's taking a -3 status penalty to all of his checks and DCs. But the RP of it is that he's damn near paralyzed.
Okay, but he can still make his movement.
Okay. Kinda, but let's see. I just want to see something here. You are. Let's measure this. Oh, you are less than 30 feet. May I please have a will save?
Oh, I suppose. Yeah, I got a 28.
So you're feeling this thing, whatever that winged creature is, there is a palpable aura to it. It's not of this world, but it contains elements of this world. Whatever it is, its aura speaks of something of a might that shouldn't exist.
Is it reminiscent of the out of this world things that I've been experiencing in Jopalome? The creatures that come through and...
No, those have a definitive otherworldly you understand that wherever they come from, it's natural over there. That's fine. It's just you've never encountered them before, therefore to you it seems odd. This thing has a feel. Imagine waking up over the course of a nightmare several times, and each time that you do, you recognize that you are in your bed, fully now lucid. You look around the room, and that's when you see the thing of your nightmares standing at the other side of the room.
Ugh.
Out of a sheer sense of panic, you end up closing your eyes and you drift off again, only to experience the dream of oddities and other horrors. Then you wake up again in a cold sweat. Now, that same thing, while you are in your bed, your hands touching a comforter that is very familiar to you. It looms at you at the end of it all, at the end of the bed, looking at you. And then you drift off again. And this time when you open your eyes, its presence is right here, peering at you. Only with it, you can feel that wherever it comes from, it brought it with it. And just by its virtue of being that close to you, you are drawn into its world, away from the safety of your own. That's what this aura feels like.
Okay, so in comparison, it feels nastier and less Nordaga-like than this ice dragon.
Oh, this has nothing to do with Nordaga. Give me a religion check since you started talking about that.
Okay. Oh, religion check. I am untrained. That's a fucking 6. Who's Nordaga?
Yeah. Well, certainly you do know who the deity of natural and process and nature is, Nordaga. But what you are not understanding is what this is and why it lies outside of nature.
Okay. I think Bramble, if she understands one thing, it's nature. She understands why the ice dragon would be attacking her after she just killed its baby. She does not understand what these other two things are.
Sure.
So I think she's looking at this like I guess she succeeded on her will save. She looks back, she kind of looks over her shoulder at Morty, realizes their history and how it could have ended up really bad.
Yeah.
And she says, my enemy's enemy is my friend. And she's going to change her target to
this,
the the small one.
Well, we're not. Okay.
I was deciding. She's going to change her target to the small one who's doing all the slicing and dicing.
Oh, God. All right.
To kind of free up the ice dragon.
Okay.
And she's going to cast... Hold on one second. She's going to...
Shit.
Jesus Christ. She's going to cast... Murderous Vine.
Murderous Vine.
Yup.
Okay, let's see what you got.
So, it's you summon a slithering thorny vine that attempts to constrict and crush a foe against a wall or other surface.
Fuck.
Make a spell attack to roll against the target's fortitude DC. On a success, it is grabbed and takes 3d6 bludgeoning damage and 2d8 piercing damage.
Okay, well, go ahead, roll.
Okay. All right.
Make your attack.
I'm getting there. Oh, God. 34!
You did it. Okay, you hit.
Oh, I almost got a critical hit. And we'll do the damage. Jesus.
Yeah, we don't
Christ.
have a hype train. Otherwise, you'd be able to add a +1 to it. Let's see. What do you have here?
I have 25 damage to that thing. So I look back at Morty and I like consider everything, and everything seems to go kind of slow motion. And I realize that the one thing that I can do is perhaps work together with something of this world. So she's going to choose the ice dragon, and she goes, my enemy's enemy is my friend. And she slams her hands into the ground, and a vine like digs like a tremor through the ground and then pops up and rears up, and like a net, like a sharp, like one of those sharp pokey traps. Is going to crush that thing. And then I'm going to say, I'm not your enemy, get the other one. And by other one I mean the winged one. I should be more clear about that. My friend.
Give me a performance check. I want to see exactly how loud Bramble was actually in this.
Okay. All right. That's a +2, so I don't know about that. That's a fucking nat 1. Jesus Christ.
So just as you had begun to scream that out, the dragon itself and over that din, your voice did not carry, unfortunately. That's for fair. That. But your vines extended out, locked the hunter up against the wall. You can see that there is an opening up of some wounds, but leaking out of it is almost like a dark blue blood.
Ew. Do I glean anything from that other than it's just weird blood?
Give me an Arcana check.
Oh, gladly. That's a +14. Let's see what we got. 23.
No.
Oh.
You don't know what it is, and it hasn't appeared in any of your studies.
Okay. All right. Please don't eat me. I'm gonna like close my eyes and like brace to be eaten.
Okay, well, go ahead. Sure.
I already did it.
So the thing, as it's called behind the scenes, is going to target that and is now, okay, this is going to be let me see here. Oh boy. Okay, hold on. So while it holds it, you can see that creature from 9 feet tall standing, formerly in a hunched position, kind of straightens out a little bit, still in a twisted form, and smiles, a large, misshapen, toothy grin from underneath the helm you see takes place of this concentrated stare that it had previously. And with it, you feel it just comes out without any warning. I need you to make a DC 26 fortitude save.
Okay. Fuck yes.
What did you get?
I got a 30.
Oh, that's nice. Oh God, hold on. I need to do this.
I thought you said it just needed 26.
What? It is a 20. It's a DC 26. Yes.
Okay, good.
Yeah, no, that what are you referring to that you see?
Oh, this 50.
Yeah, that has nothing to do with you. Let me get to that. So the dragon also makes it. However, this thing, oh no, now we need to do the damage. Yeah. There is, oh, this is, yep.
I just want to let the folks at home know that before this episode, you were like, "This is a big fucking dragon." I don't know if you're gonna be able to like handle a big fucking dragon, and now we get this fucking thing.
Yeah, it's already been said in chat that this is like a freaking kaiju battle by crazy. So with that, it's an immediate pulse, and it cuts through the air and through everything. You see, like time begins to slow down, even as the process of breathing in you. Even that kind of slows down just for a moment, and your eyes open up. You can see the wave of energy coming out of it as if led by a very thin line of radiance. And as it cuts through the rock in front of and surrounding this, you can see pebbles and dust slowly rise up as it travels towards you. Bramble, you take 13 points of damage, having saved. It cuts through you. Some of the vines themselves begin immediately shrivel up and fall off of your body with it. The dragon, likewise, having taken some damage, it does not like that. As for that 50, that's when it went.
Oh my god! Sounds like it's talking backwards.
The dragon makes a fortitude save of 35. The dragon tries blowing. There is an attempt on the dragon at the same time that the creature began to squeeze with one hand its neck. And as it does, the pierced holes in its neck from its talons, from that escapes the frost, not its mouth. The head of the dragon lolls off to one side, and the body collapses down to the ground.
What? Wait, what? It's dead?
It is your turn.
200. What the fuck?
Now, on its last action, it begins to look around as if to not even notice you. And you can see as it does a wave, a pulse of identification of some kind. You know it is identification. You don't know from where it comes. You can tell this is a plant, this is a rock, this is a living being. And it considers you curiously. Its friend with the vines on it is now going to make an escape check. Let me do this. Morty's still frozen. Let me roll. What's that?
Morty's not doing anything?
Morty's not. He's completely frozen. Okay. He's not able to escape, but you can see that friend, which, by the way, looks horrific. Like a almost draconic itself. However, its spine continues right over to between its eyes and above. An arching of it. Huge fan-like fins coming off of its head. Really giving the entire head like a giant arrow shape. Its claws, misshapen, a massive bicep and forearm muscle come down to a spindly wrist and two elongated talons. Only two. Whatever these things are, it doesn't make sense. Instead of ears, you see spikes coming out, like long things that serve no purpose in nature. These are not plants. They are not lizards. They are not humans. They are not anything.
Bramble wants to do something.
Well, it attempts, and at the top of round 3, you go.
Okay. Do these look like machination? I can say this word.
Machinations?
Thank you.
Machinations is an activity, or it's a plan. It's like the machinations of the evil, the overall plan, or the actions of the evil.
Thank you. Yes, that's the word. Of the mind, of nightmares, of a child's nightmares, perhaps. Is it reminiscent? Because I'm noticing the spine being all the way up here doesn't make sense. Like, doesn't make sense at all. 2 talons being weirdly misshapen.
Yeah, and it's not symmetrical. Neither of these 2 creatures are symmetrical.
Does it look like? I think she's almost considering, like, does this look like a realization of a child's nightmare, like
a recognition, a recognition of it? This is, oh boy, you know what? Give me occultism. Occultism?
Okay.
Give me occultism.
Yes. I'm kind of like wondering if it's like that drawing she saw earlier. That's a 9. What's a nightmare?
We're not going to say that Bramble is ignorant about dreams and nightmares, having just gone through the Zeroily Riders, now coming into Geopalome and other things. What we are going to say, however, is that her knowledge is insufficient. I understand that's almost the same as ignorant, but these things are so far out of the realm of reality. It just doesn't make sense.
Okay. So, a technical question then for clarification. Learning Pathfinder. If I'm asking about a specific thing that I, as a person, am recalling from a prior thing, would the 9 affect the character's memory of that thing? That doesn't make sense.
It does make sense.
Okay.
All right, so the way that I GM, or the GM in this case, the way that I GM, it doesn't. What you rolled is a hint of things to come. It suggests where things are leaning. I will take your character's knowledge about stuff into account. And in this case, these things simply don't make sense.
Okay.
However, Bramble's time is running out.
Sorry, I'm in a moment of education.
No, totally
cool.
good.
I'm gonna do. It takes 10 minutes. Why did I pick that? I'm gonna do. Oh god, this thing fucking killed a dragon.
3, 2.
She's gonna run back to Morty. I don't know what I'm doing. Run
That's
back
fine.
to Morty.
This is the chaos of fear. It causes us to do things that we may not otherwise do. It's completely okay.
Yeah.
All
right.
Without so much as lifting a foot, but instead hopping over without bending a knee. You see, now the opening itself only comes up to its midriff. And then you see the knees bend backwards. Digigrade legs come down, then the hip, and you see more of the chest. 2 hands, one with 5 fingers, another with 3. Plant itself down on the ground, and its head lowers. It almost comes down into a perch position, as if this is a natural state. Give me a nature check again, this time with fortune.
Ooh, what's a fortune for?
You are a creature of nature and automatically and have an advantage on knowing a little bit more about certain things.
Okay, 34.
You recognize the kind of things that you see here. While it only has 3 fingers, the 2 and the 1, if it had a third, this would look like a bird.
But it doesn't have a third.
It doesn't. In fact, it looks like it should have. And upon closer examination, you can see that it kind of grew one, but not really. As for the five-fingered hand, distinctly humanoid. As for its face, unfortunately, it's obscured in the shadow of the cave without illumination within. It's difficult to tell. But you can see from the ambient light gleaming off of a slime-covered teeth.
Ew.
That it looks in, and another wave goes out. Staring at you, it takes its third action, stands up, and walks over to the dragon.
Okay. Did that other guy take bludgeoning damage?
Yeah, he took
at the end of
damage.
his turn?
Okay. At the end of the turn. No. Let me do.
I want to know how he's going to react to being attacked.
It is your turn.
He hasn't taken. Let's see. Did he take? Still frightened. It was frightened 1. No, he should. Oh, that's right, because the turns are coming to an end. Morty is like, okay, all right, I got this. Yeah, no, we're gonna be okay. We're gonna be okay. He's talking to himself in the back of the cave. You can see that this thing didn't threaten him. He's recovering. As for the other guy, that would be 2d6 bludgeoning, right?
2d8.
2d8?
Yeah, I think so. Hold on, let me go
I
back.
see 2d6 in the description.
Oh, I'm so sorry. 2d6. You're right.
Got it. It takes it. You can see. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I want to see. I'm focusing on the bird guy. I want to see what his reaction is to his friend being hurt when he hasn't hurt me.
0 care.
Okay.
And with that, his friend, who has been pinned up against the wall, stretches and kind of like does away with the vines, rolling them up around his hand, taking a look at them, and in its hands, the vines themselves begin turning to ash, which is then carried away on the wind. His friend steps up to him, and they begin to dismantle the dragon. With any move that you make, however, you can tell that the large creature, this one, its ear comes back as if to ascertain your position.
I hate that. I don't trust that at all. Oh god. If I attack at all, it's gonna fucking one-shot the shit out of me. I want to look back at... Oh, it's not my turn.
No, we're going to drop out of combat.
Oh god, that's even worse.
Just in case you initiate, if an aggressive action, as perceived by someone who thinks themselves as a defender, starts up, then we will roll initiative again, and reactions will take place.
Okay. Does it look like, upon studying this bird guy's shit, does it look like his armor is magical to the point where they're like harvesting dragon parts to armor themselves up?
Give me an Arcana check.
Okay.
Let's see what you know.
Okay. I know not a whole lot.
Well, you don't get to determine that. I do. What'd you roll?
22. 22.
So you do know a bit. You're 22. You can tell that there is something unique about this individual, but you can't figure out if the glow from under its armor is from the backside of the armor or from the creature itself. The creature itself does not have a glow coming off of its skin, and the glow instead seems to be concentrated around the chest area. As far as everything that they seem to be wearing has the same kind of scaly appearance as the dragon's skin. It's safe to assume that they are wearing dragon hide armor.
I didn't even know this. I have detect magic because I have arcane sense as a first level innate spell. Okay, I'm going to add that, but also I'm going to cast that. Detect magic. Jesus. Okay. Look at all this stuff I'm learning today. Okay, so I'm going to cast detect magic on the... Am I close enough on the arm? I'm going to get a little closer.
You're fine.
And
as soon as you move up, you can see that there's sawing actions and tearing actions, and every now and then as it like a splorch hits the ground as guts and from its hand just is cleaned before it goes back in. And as soon as you step forward, it turns to listen. Do you continue to cast detect magic?
I'm going to speak in Fae or Sylvan. And I'm going to, because that's the most otherworldly language I know.
You would be correct with that.
And I'm going to say, I'm a seeker of knowledge. This is out of sheer curiosity. Please don't hurt me. Please don't hurt me. Please don't hurt me. I'm going to cast detect magic. I would like to know if it is magic, hopefully. I don't know if I could tell that. I've never cast it before here.
You cast it, and the first thing that you notice is that there are scintillating colors from everywhere, including nature. You see nature itself rising up out of the ground, and things begin to separate. The magic items on your body likewise. But as all of this separates, you begin to focus in on the presence of magic around you. So keep in mind, detect magic does not necessarily tell you where it is, but that it is. You are very much aware that there is an object of extreme arcane nature in your presence.
Okay. Do colors come out of him as well?
Well, again, detect magic does not detect where the magic is.
Right.
At third rank, you can... Oh, excuse me. You have it heightened. Are you casting it as a fourth? No, you can't cast it as a fourth level spell. Congrats, by the way. You're now 8th level. What is your
cantrip 4?
That's a 4th level spell. Do you have the ability to cast 4th level spells?
Yes.
You do?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Then yes, it is in fact a 4th level spell. So as 3rd rank, you can also pinpoint the source of the highest rank of magic, and it is in fact it.
Okay, you learn the rank or level, the most powerful magic effect the spell detects. Okay, you don't learn the exact narrative. Okay, all right.
So at 3rd, you learn the rank or the level of the most powerful magic effect that the spell detects. The being itself is magical, and its rank, I would say, is close to 3 times anything you have.
That's a good guesstimate based off of how it demolish the dragon. Okay. And I've never read about this thing in a book.
No, you haven't.
It's made of worldly and otherworldly components.
It is.
It's got dark blue blood.
Well, the other creature did. The big thing has not.
Correct. It's got, what color is the slime on its teeth?
Clear.
Okay. And it's got a maw like this.
Like venom. But it protrudes a little bit. As if... Go ahead.
It's kind of like the weird shit that she saw earlier.
What do you mean?
The obsidian creature. The one that's like the color of void.
This has a kinda. There are some shape resemblances, but that's as far as I would go with it.
Okay.
There's you rolled a nature that is so well now that its back is to you, and honestly, you are so insignificant to it. Its back to you is not a problem for it.
Okay.
You picking up on that, but now that you're looking at it and you're taking a look at its legs and everything like that, it has a.
Bless you. Godzilla.
Donkey Kong. That's what we do. You get a distinct. It has like avian-like qualities to it.
Yeah.
But it became, if it was ever avian, it has since become something else. Or an avian creature entered into some realm, got completely fucked up, and came out as this thing.
Did it recognize, like, did it have any signs of recognition of Sylvan when I spoke to it?
Let's roleplay that.
Okay. So she casts detect magic and she's like, please don't kill me, please don't kill me, please don't kill me.
It stopped when you first walked up, then you spoke. It turns its head, and you can see protruding out from underneath whatever kind of incredibly thick cloth surrounds its head. What you pick up on is a form of Sylvan. It would be the equivalent of someone speaking a medieval English to you, and it has not updated its vocabulary.
Okay.
However, unlike most large creatures, which tend to have large booming voices, this one seems squeezed in the larynx and resulted in a higher pitch.
Okay. How long does it feel like they're going to take to harvest this thing?
You estimate that they are going to do it properly, and they're going to take their time, however long is needed to do that.
Okay, so based on how long I've watched them so far, can I deduce that it might take 10 minutes?
Potentially.
Okay.
What are you doing?
So I'm going to go back as if I'm going to go check on Morty. And I'm going to consult the spirits.
Morty is doing breathing exercises that you taught me.
Very good, very good, very
Thank you.
good.
What is that thing?
I don't know, but I'm gonna find out.
All right.
Just don't try to attack it. I don't think
Nope.
finds us interesting.
Nope. And you, there's a smell in the cave in the back corner that
Morty.
is he looks down out of shame.
What's the actual smell I smell?
A little bit of ammonia, a little bit fecal.
Morty.
He looks down out of shame.
I want to go to the opposite side of the corner of the cave. All
right, what's the 10-minute thing that you want to do?
All right. I'm going to consult the spirits.
Ooh,
Yay.
okay.
I could do this once a day. It is my 7th level feat. It's dope as shit. Ooh. I've learned rites or meditations that enable me to perceive minor invisible spirits within a place.
And you are a master in nature, is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good.
It is.
Good.
I chose nature as the thing.
Yep.
Nature allows me to contact the spirits of nature that form Leshies, who are born of pure life essence rather than the spiritual energy, and can answer questions about natural features like the location of nearby water or plant life.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is religion, and then occultism doesn't tell me anything. I'm going to spend 10 minutes to attempt a check to recall knowledge with the chosen skill. So nature is determined, but the DC is determined by you. If you're legendary, which I am not, blah blah blah. Critical success. If I get a success, as with a critical success, but the spirits are indifferent to me and answer only one question, the difference is a critical success will give me 3 questions. About the environment within 100 feet of me.
Okay, go ahead.
Their answers are almost always a single word.
Okay.
Cool. Here we go, nature check.
So you are, give me the nature check. Let's see what you got.
God damn it, 22.
You rolled a 3 plus 19, man. That's not,
22.
I know, but it's also plus 19, which is kind of cool.
I've earned that.
Ask your question.
Shit, I should have had a question prepped.
What did you want to know when you started casting it?
I wanted to know if any part of this creature is of nature. I know it's of this world, but it feels like I think Bramble is so haunted by the nightmare drawings of the child's mind that she saw. She's convinced that this is like come to life, like nightmares come to life.
Okay.
So I think she wants to know, is anything of those creatures of nature or respectful of nature?
You go to... Sure. You go to cast it. 22 you got? You get the feeling that you are able to, from within this cave, connect with the spirits. There's a... You hear like wisping and whispering and a little bit of like an ethereal wind pass by you as you tap into it. And just for a brief moment there, reality gets a little bit replaced with a misty representation of your surroundings. Ask your question.
Do the creatures outside have any respect or regard for the way of Nordaga?
Extinct.
Well, I look at Morty. We know that that's not Barbara, because Barbara would have given us more than one word. Where the fuck is Barbara? Remember, Barbara died, so we have to. I'm waiting for Barbara.
Oh shit, that's right. Fuck. Yeah,
I've
that's
been waiting for Barbara this whole time.
Damn it. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Where are you, Barbara? Okay, extinct. They said extinct. That doesn't really make sense at the moment. It might.
It totally makes sense. It tells me that it used to exist, but it no longer does. You asked, you had a thought that you said while you were doing it, and your question is this thing of nature? That was your first thought. That you said when you were casting this ritual, right? That's a ritual.
Yeah.
Well, you kind of taught me about that, and then.
I didn't know it was new. This is new. It's a new
it's new.
Morty.
Keep your voice down, otherwise it's gonna eat us. So You want to know if this thing is of nature? The word extinct to me makes perfect sense.
Well, that just means it was of nature at one point.
Yep.
That doesn't necessarily mean it's not of nature.
If it's extinct, it's no longer there.
Yeah, but like it's not like it was like, of a different plane or I don't know.
You asked if it was of nature. I'm telling you, this thing came out as extinct. It said extinct. That means it once existed and no longer does. And whatever the fuck that thing is no longer part of nature.
So, if it's not a part of nature, then I don't know if we could escape safely without it eating us alive.
That's exactly what I'm afraid of.
There's a shifting of movement outside. From the cave itself, it's a little bit difficult for you to tell. No. Well, did you move in towards him?
Oh, I did. Here you go.
There you go. All right. Oh,
but it's
so
only,
you can still see him. You can still see him.
9 feet. Yeah.
But it's not that. I was thinking about angles, but either way, you're fine. A bloody husk exists that is essentially in the shape of a dragon. And over this creature's shoulder is the hide. It stands up, moves around, comes over to its whatever that is, and makes a gesture. You can't see it exactly from where you are, but it looks like it's packing the entire skin into a sack. And the creature itself, the smaller one, now hauling it on its back. This thing comes back over. And again, down upon digigrade legs, a waist, a chest, and then finally its curious bird-like face. Looking over at you, one eye, huge, subtle, dead yellow glow, the same color of yellow that lipids are, or fat. The other one, dead, slightly clouded over. Looks at you two curiously, as if to wonder whether or not it should do something with the two of you. And then his stare, or its stare, goes beyond Bramble. It shifts its weight over to its left foot, and then stares beyond over to Morty.
I move over.
Morty's like, the fuck is it looking at me for? And he jams, and he comes back a little bit. It stands up and proceeds away, turning around. Comes back. At that point, you hear a whistle. And you begin hearing the clanking of armor and other things, and other sounds that would indicate a large number of people clad in armor. And then you look out.
Where?
And then you look out the cave. And as these two figures begin moving away, leaving the dragon and its meat behind, it appears they were only interested in its skin. You can see about a dozen armored warriors with halberds, nets, some odd-looking contraptions. Some have like sticks that are flat on one side and apparently hollow on the other, with the equivalent of what appears to be a miniature version of a crossbow trigger, which is just nothing more than like a metal rod that comes down that you then squeeze up against the stock. It looks like something like that. They have several of those, and they just simply walk down river, past you and out of your sight.
Do I recognize any faction, insignia, heraldry?
Roll society.
Okay. 14.
You kind of feel that you may know something about this given your studies, but there's nothing on any of them that speaks of a land of which you have any knowledge. Their armor, first off, was a little bit too decorative. That is to say, Gothic. When I say Gothic, we're talking about unnecessary points that come out, flanges that seem to extend out a little bit further than they ordinarily would. The entire impression of this is that if you were to run full face into them, you might get hurt just because of the armor. It wouldn't be the same as simply running into somebody wearing plate mail. They look violent just standing still.
All right, I'm gonna like puff up my chest a little bit. Like, no one's gonna hurt you, Morty. Wait for them to leave.
They have sufficiently passed beyond.
Okay, I'll wait until I don't hear their sounds anymore of like their clanking armor, and then I'm gonna kind of start to move outside.
Okay, you do. Let me see if I can. Here, let me square away on. Hold on. Let me do this and do that. Let me get this and do that. Okay, hopefully this thing will work. For some reason, the VTT doesn't accurately represent what's actually happening here. And there we go. Okay, cool. There we are. All right, go ahead.
All right. I kind of look around.
The meat of the dragon is there.
What a fucking waste. They're gone, Morty.
Coming out. And you can hear him beginning to move forward.
I'm gonna leave the body just because it'll get consumed by nature.
Okay.
Are there any... Is there any, leftover blood from that blue blood thing?
Give me a perception check.
Yeah.
Let's see what you got.
With these fucking rolls, man. 18.
Huh. I would say that there is a little bit of a drop down on the ground as you come over to the plant where that other creature was. Yeah, we'll say that you got yourself some.
Okay. I don't want to touch it. Ooh, I'll touch it. I'm gonna take a piece. I'm gonna with my dagger, slice a little piece of meat off, and I'm gonna touch the blood with the meat to see if it's acidic or anything.
It is not acidic, but there is a curiosity to it. It's a little bit thicker, and the more you move it, Yeah, and the more you move it around, the more fluid it becomes.
Ew.
But when you let it sit, it gets a little bit thicker.
Ew. I don't like that. Okay.
Damn it.
There we go. I'll make a note of that.
What'd you find?
This weird ass blood. I'm gonna hold up the piece of meat to him. Like the thick blue blood kind of curdled on it.
Yeah. It's almost... Ugh. Yeah, that's not... Yeah.
Yeah, you hold it on the edge, and it just remains almost in a solid state, resting on the edge of your blade. But then as you turn the blade, a portion of it kind of like shifts over towards the edge of the blade. And then at first it's slow. It begins to stretch out. And as it gains a little bit, it then drips off and down to the ground if you allow it.
Ew. Yeah, I'll allow it. And I'll wipe the blade off on the grass.
Hold on. Before you do that,
What?
we may need to hold on to that.
How? Where am I gonna hold on? How?
Yeah, do you have like a potion, elixir, canister, thing, ceramic thing, anything?
Let me check. I don't want to use my water skin. I don't want to use what's in there.
Say you have something, that's okay.
I was gonna say I take my bar of soap out and I carve a little hole in it.
No, that's gonna.
We could say you have like a little vial or something. That's fine.
Yeah. Oh, I guess I can use this vial. I don't know. I thought maybe I was clever with
No,
the soap
that was a healing elixir that was used that you ended up holding on to it to refill it.
I don't know. Yeah, I have a problem with hoarding apparently.
And you dig around your backpack and it's just a whole bunch of branches left over and thistle parts.
Yeah.
From Barbara.
Oh, that's sad. Oh,
sorry.
Oh no! I pull out like a little piece of old Barbara, and I'm like, oh, she hasn't come back yet.
Morty, meanwhile, makes his way over to the shoreline. He's going to take a quick look down there.
Oh fuck! They're gone. They are not here.
Good.
He turns around and sits down, finally, the strain and stress of mere existence leaving his body.
Ooh. What was that?
I don't know, but I want to check something really quick. Hold on. I'm going to run around the shoreline. I'll be right back.
Yep.
I'm gonna go hop over to where the baby dragon was, because it's nearby enough that I feel like they would be able to scent it out. And I didn't harvest it completely. I just tried to take something and I don't even think I got anything out of it. Is it now harvested?
Oh yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm going to come back to Morty and I'm gonna say, so they got the baby too.
Oh.
I thought maybe this might have been just like a revenge killing or something, just based on in case they didn't get the other one, but they got the baby too, which leads me to believe that they're specifically hunting dragons.
Yeah, I don't anything that is powerful enough to how. I don't even see any wounds on this thing other than its neck. How the hell they kill it?
Well, it grabbed its neck at one point and then literally almost, I guess, ended its life in one go. It did a thing with a thing and it was gone. It was just dead.
What do you mean did a thing with a thing? What thing?
It did a thing with
Bramble,
its mouth.
you got it.
It did a thing with its mouth. I couldn't really tell. It was like I ran into I was so scared. I ran into the wall. I put the other small one up against the wall with the vine, and then it did this smile thing, and it just like went like boom, and then like completely killed the dragon.
All right.
That's why I didn't try to like fight it back, because it completely destroyed an adult dragon.
This thing is not normal.
No, and there were 12 of them ish.
Those creatures seem to have been more mercenaries in the service of.
Okay, so it didn't seem like it was like one in a circle, kind of.
No,
like the
it was
circle
like an
guarded
armed
on.
militia that was following these two.
Okay, so it had like followers, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe there's something cultish about it. Like,
Did you see any
Maybe
like religious symbols on it, or anything?
I mean, it was spiky, and I didn't see any. I should have looked for runes. I thought maybe I would look for runes. I didn't see any though. It had like spiky, like dark, pointy shit.
I don't know.
I was
don't
more
know.
focused on its mouth.
Which way to go?
I actually don't.
You saw it go downriver, which would be down.
Oh, south. Okay. Because I thought it went across. Okay.
No,
It went down. It went down to our left.
Okay. So we should go up to our right. Right?
Absolutely. 100% we need to find Darian. And
Yeah, that's right. Your friend who tried to tie me up and then almost kill me. Yeah, we can go find him too. Sure. Why not?
I'm sensing a little frustration in you.
A little frustration. We're in a foreign land that it doesn't make any sense. We got chased by shadows cast by the moon, and then we fell off of a cliff, and I was wrapped up in vines, and that's as much as I remember. I remember a crunching sound, which sounded remarkably like your body falling apart. And then we got pulled ashore by a friend of yours who I've never met, and that's fine. But how did he know? Because there was a talking bird or something like that. And then your friends of the past who communicate through a little wooden trinket which has nothing more than the carving of a tree on it. Yeah. I'm a little frightened. I'm out of my element. I don't know what's going on. And I really want answers.
Me too. And I'd also kind of like Barbara back.
Yeah. Yeah, we've got to get her back. Do you want to go north?
I mean, I kind of... And she kind of looks around and she's like, I kind of want to wait for Barbara, but...
How long has it been?
It's now 7 days, and it was supposed to be a week, and now it's more than a week.
Does she pop up out of the ground or something, or?
I don't know. I've never had a familiar die on me before, and Barbara was always pretty safe when it came to the goings on of Willowbark Thicket. She kind of just laid around and laid out in the sand, in the sun.
Is there a place that we can like look around here? Is there a place? Is she going to come back like all pointy and prickly like she was?
I don't know. I thought maybe she could be a pine cone because there's so many pine trees around, or maybe she could be a succulent. Like,
well, we're on a beach. We're not next to any pine trees. I mean, there's pine trees up there.
trees literally everything is pine trees around here, besides what's on the sand.
Well, I'm thinking we got to go up there. Maybe I'm sorry, Bramble. I'm trying to figure this.
I'm sorry. I've never lost a friend before. I'm just a little. I don't know. I don't want. I almost lost you. I lost her. I don't want to do this by myself.
Well, I don't think you're really alone, but I think that you're also a lot more powerful than you think you are. But all right, well let's go up top and go look for her, maybe.
Okay.
Start moving your way up.
Yeah, go up like as north as I can until like I hit a tree line, and then sort of climb up the little cliffs to get to where the trees are.
The forest itself is rather extensive, and the more that you begin looking around, the cooler the air gets. Nighttime is not too far away. Oh. Okay.
Like
Union break. Sorry, time came. We gotta just fucking go.
I was about to say, how'd you know my wine was empty?
So as you go through the forest, you go up top, and the further into the forest you go, the more up to the north you go. It gets a little bit chillier, pine cones collected on the ground, until you reach a grove where there are no any more pine cones. You begin looking around. You can almost pick up on a border in which there are none. It's a circle around one particular pine tree.
This looks important. I'm gonna go up to it.
You can tell that its bark, very piney. Its lower branches completely snapped off and dried like any good pine tree. It's rather large. You estimate your entire body width entire height in its width. Mm-hmm. Looking up, you can see the bough itself touches each of the trees around. You can see some what appears to have been at one point or another something that could have been a grapevine that kind of shriveled up and died, which is unusual. Most times grapevine will take down the tree and completely kill off anything else. In this case, though, the tree fought back. Around its base, freshly worm-turned earth, pine needles pushed off to the sides, and off on the side of that, something that looks like somebody had pulled a sapling up out of the earth. They ground loose and piled on top of each other with a small divot in the middle.
I'll go up to that.
You do. Unfortunately, you don't see any signs of anything else, but give me a perception check.
Okay. Do I see? Ooh, that's a 34.
You can see what appear to be in the loose dirt around, and then you kind of look away from it for a second, and you see what seems to be a four-legged creature moving away from it. Then you come back and you take a look, and you can see that recently there was a four-legged creature. Its steps seem to originate from that hole.
Morty!
You turn around, he's got one leg lifted up against the tree.
Morty!
What? I gotta go. Do you know what I've been doing this entire time?
In the cave. You just went in the cave.
I went into the cave out of fear. That evacuated everything. And then I have more in me. Okay, he lowers his leg and you can see he's...
Go to that tree.
He goes, well, he wasn't against the main tree. He was against the tree back over there.
Yeah. Go to the one away from the circle. Come on. Don't you know you lived right next to a Fey grove? Don't you know that if you see a circle, you have to go at least 3 trees to the right of the circle?
Oh, fine. He turns around. It's like...
Oh my
He
God.
turns around again. What? Tell me which one. Just tell me which one. Look, and you can see like all of his legs are beginning to get crossed.
I pinch my nose and I go over to like the closest one. I'm like, this is weird. And then I go to the next one. I'm like, this is kind of weird. If there's somebody at this one, don't go to this one. Skip another one.
But there's no one at the one that I was just at. These rules, I don't get. I don't understand it.
Here. 3 away. 3. Come on. We went over this when we negotiated how to pee in the woods.
And he starts going over it.
Can I use this tree? Can I use this tree?
I'm gonna cast illusory object, and I'm gonna put a like stationary wall in front of me, and I'm gonna say, yes, use that tree. I'm not looking. It's like a stall, like a bathroom stall. Oh my God.
I'm right with you.
You are so loud on purpose. Like,
And
is it hot? Do I hear steam? Morty.
I don't have any control over my body. Tim, do you know what's like? My heart is still beating. Look, a 9-foot-tall thing just tried to eat a dragon and crushed its something or another with its mouth. You said it opened up its mouth and then something like and then something with a something just came. Look, I'm trying to tell you, I've got a shit, and I've been eating rocks because that's what basilisks do. And I'm telling you, I've got little pebbles coming out. I haven't had a good bowel movement in at least a week ever since I was with you. Damn it, I want a hobgoblin. Give me a freaking hobgoblin. I want to paralyze a hobgoblin, then I want to turn it to stone, and then I want to eat it like a chicken souffle, and I don't even know what that thing is. So I'm going to tell you, I've got to go. Bad.
You ever had a hobgoblin before?
No, I haven't. I've just heard that they're good eats. I don't know.
Oh boy.
I'm going to start stress eating again if you continue. Just turn around. Turn it to Bramble. Turn around. You don't need to see this.
There's literally a magic wall in front of me. I'm not even. You know what? I'm going to go look for Barbara. You do your thing. Just, respect the fairy circle. I don't know what else
I'm respecting. And then you hear.
You are not respecting the fairy circle.
It's 3 trees over to the left and the second star to the right. What do you want me to do?
That's fine. You know what? And I walk away and I'm like, fine, do whatever you want. Poop wherever you want.
I just did. By the way, don't touch the little magic rocks on the ground near this tree. Follow my voice.
This is great. I'm going to go find Barbara now. I don't need this in my life.
Fine. And he just starts wandering off west. He just goes off to the west.
Oh, welcome to Evindale.
All right. You continue on your search, going around the grove, looking around the grove. The footprints themselves lead out of the circle, up to the north. And now, unfortunately, they begin to tread on pine needles. However, your tracking is actually not all that bad. Conditions do change a little bit. Things are a little odd. And there is a plethora of pine cones gathered up here and there. At one point, you're able to see, you and Morty are able to see one large pine cone, and we are talking massive. We're talking like the size of Bramble's head, that was laying down on its side, and around it, you can see like little grooves in the ground and it's an opened pine cone, and little grooves in the ground where the little shelves of the pine cone kind of got rolled in the earth, and the little feet are moving around it as if it tried to do something with it.
I'll keep tracking that, following that.
And then
lead.
you follow the little footsteps, which kind of meander off again up to the north.
Okay. I'm gonna go to the north.
You spend a little bit of time doing that. And then the evening comes, and you begin to set up camp, losing track of the tracks before you finally settle.
Barbara. Fuck.
You settled into camp.
Yes.
maybe not lit a fire. Whatever it was, you took all the precautions necessary to keep yourself safe. Visions of a little pinecone barber dancing about here and there. When the morning came, Morty, who had stayed awake for a good majority of the night, mainly out of concern, complaining of belly aches and tummy troubles and all sorts of things. Everything was safe, for the most part, anyway. Somewhere in the distance, you had heard rumblings of this or that. A storm broke out elsewhere, and you can hear the thunder in distant realms. You're not too sure exactly where you are, but if you give me a survival check, we might be able to find out.
Fuck yeah. It's a 26.
I'd say you have a pretty good idea. Taking a look at the nighttime sky, you've actually journeyed quite a ways up. You've done fairly well for yourself in recent days, learning how to navigate by stars and more things like that as you continued on your overland travels. Let's take a look specifically. You came up further, traveling approximately here. You ended up following the river at one point, heading over to the left, or heading over towards the northwest. Mm-hmm. By your recollection, Darien should be just across this river.
I would think that I would also be looking for tracks of Darien, or what was his name? Bert or Silver. Have I seen anything?
Oh, Bert, the bear?
The bear. Yeah, Bart the bear.
No.
Have I seen any indication that they
you have
actually gone this way? Ooh.
No, you have not.
Okay.
Although, you know what, to be fair, what I just did, let me hold on, let me correct it, because I dictated where you went with assumption, and I should not have done that. So did you go up with the river? He was on the west bank of the river.
I would have kind of zipped across wind safe, prioritizing tracking Barbara, but trying to also see if maybe Darien had been this way.
Perfect. Okay, cool. In which case, yeah, we're going to say that you headed over here into this little region, where maybe there was some trees that had that you were taking a look at. Let me do that for you. So here's a tree, whoop, there's a tree, etc. These are my awful trees.
These are great trees.
Thank you. They look more like mountains and hills, but maybe they're mountain and hill trees. So either way, it's in this location that you actually did find not find Barbara, but you found evidence of something that came up out of the ground in an area completely surrounded by pine cones in what you believe was a fairy circle. So maybe, just maybe, you're correct. We're going to say that you then corrected course and continued to follow the trail of Barbara, which does go back across the river.
Okay. All right.
Is it safe to say then that you continued north from there before finally settling in for the night?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. So this is where then you set camp.
Okay, perfect.
Give me, what's your survival?
My survival is fine. I'm trained to plus 13.
Okay, can you roll it again come the morning?
Yes. Oh, it was a 26 before, and now it's a 26 again.
26 again. You estimate 120 miles before you hit Dathgloam.
Okay. I'm going to, and it's the morning time?
It is.
Okay. I take a long rest.
Yeah, you get to take a nice long rest.
Give me that long rest. Yes, full health, baby. I wake up and I'm like, I feel powerful.
Morty's like, I feel tired and constipated.
That's your fault. That's what happens when you poop next to a fairy circle.
That was not my fault. You tell me I'm cursed? Great, my bowels are cursed.
You listen, you were the one that shacked up right next to a fairy glen back home. So you should know these things.
First off, it wasn't next to. Secondly, there was a dividing hill between me and those people. Those people ended. Oh, we need to hell hydrate. Modlight. Hey, Modlight.
Hi, Modlight. I'm going to be hydrating with wine today. It's a liquid, and therefore.
That's evil. That's wrong.
Counts.
That's wrong.
It counts.
That's not a proper hydration.
Do you really think I would disrespect Modlight so much as to not properly hydrate?
Modlight said it okay, so. We'll take it today.
I will shut up my wine.
You've been forgiven for today.
Yes! That's all I need.
You take a look around. No, okay, you're good. In the morning, you woke up. Mm-hmm. Everything's fine. Yeah. You did your survival. You estimate 120 or so miles to Dathglome by Darian's map.
Okay. Barbara?
There is a feeling of longing that seems to come out in the woods.
Oh, that's weird.
First off, the scent in the woods is distinctly balsam. The wind coming down from the north and kind of whipping out to the east a little bit carries with it that scent of petrichor. Snow is around. In the early morning hours, you are definitely able to see your breath. Wherever you are, it's almost like there is magic in the air. But it's not the kind of magic to which you are accustomed. It kind of has a sense of not quite putrefaction, but shall we say retardation on the growth of nature in the area. As if a blight is in this land. Yet you see no visual evidence of it.
Okay. Barbara, if you can hear me. Been
Morty standing alongside you raises his ears. Nothing.
It's been 8 days, and you're supposed to come back in 6. And I'm not saying I'm mad. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. I don't want to go without you. So, if you could do me a favor, just kind of show up as whatever you are now. That'd be really fucking great.
Morty looking around, like for any remaining silent and walking as quietly as he can. Fortunately, the soft pine needle floor of the forest covers up a lot. There's a sense of trepidation in the air. Morty highlighting that through his actions. Peering around. I feel like we're being watched. He steps forward a little bit. Barbara? Nothing.
See, I refuse to believe that, because Barbara, my Barbara, has been there for me every single day. In Willow Bark Thicket, she was always there. Everybody just kind of ignored me or teased me, but Barbara didn't. She was always there, and now she's not, and I don't know what to think. We can't go without her. She's not going to know where we are if we keep going.
All right. Well, let me look around for tracks.
He
Okay.
goes up in between trees which lie ahead to see if there's anything there.
There's pine needles everywhere. I'm not able to see anything. Can you look?
Maybe. I'm gonna... Yeah, I'll do like a regular track something. Wait, do I have exploration? Track. Can I do track?
It's survival. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's a tracking action. That's fine.
21.
It's difficult. There's pine needles everywhere. It's kind of hard to tell. Wind blows here. The wind is picked up and foliage is being moved around. There's no indication that Barbara is in this area, came into this area, and you even go back to where your tracks led you, and you don't see them anymore. It seems like with the wind, even the pine needles helped erase some of the tracks as they brushed across the earth.
Barbara.
Unfortunately, nothing there. What do you want me to do? How can I help?
I don't know. I've never lost a Leshy before, a familiar before, Morty.
I understand. I understand. Okay. Do we stay put or do we continue?
The circle would want me to continue, but I don't want to leave without her.
Then we stay put. I'll double back. Let me see what I can find over there. I'll tell you what. Maybe we'll pick up on something. Look on the, not on the windward side, whatever. We'll look on the downwind side of the trees and see if maybe she's gone around like any. You think she's coming back as a pine cone? You said.
I don't. That's what it seems like, but there's so many fucking pine cones around. I don't know. This one, start picking them up. I'm like, this one could be Barbara. This one could be Barbara. This one could be Barbara. I don't know which one is Barbara.
Well, wouldn't Barbara make a sound or have legs or something like that?
I maybe. I pick up the one I'm holding and like close to my mouth, and I'm like, Barbara, if you can hear me, you really need to fucking let yourself be known here. I'm starting to freak out. I'm getting really close to Daith Gloam. I don't know how much farther I can go before you lose the trail of me, or I lose the trail of you. Well, I've already lost the trail of you.
I don't know what. Yeah. Well, I mean, okay. I'll look. He like crosses his arms uncomfortably before him, and then and then stops, and then walks over to a pine cone and picks it up. Barbara.
I think Bramble starts to realize how ridiculous she looks talking to pine cones and watching Morty talk to pine cones.
I'm trying. I really am. I'm sorry. I'm not doing a good enough job.
Okay, no, you are. You're doing fine. I'm sorry I yelled at you. I don't know what to do without Barbara. I need Barbara.
Yeah. Yeah. How can I help?
I guess we'll split up for a little bit, but come right back here at the first sign of danger and shout for me.
He takes a talon and marks an X in the bark of a nearby tree.
Okay.
You then spread out. I would like you to give me 3 survival checks.
Ooh. 1. that's a pretty good one. 2. Oh, that's decent. Oh, that one's not great. 31, 26, and 19.
31, 26, and 19.
Yes.
We're going to toss that up. What is the... There are 3 areas that you're looking in, correct?
Yes.
Okay. What is the first number you would like to attribute to that area?
19.
You're looking around, and you can see a small cache of seeds that have been piled up as if a squirrel has been foraging in the area.
Okay. I go up to the pile of seeds awkwardly.
Okay.
And I get real close and I say, Barbara, is that you?
Your 26 shows that there are tracks in this area that lead up to and seem to have done something with the pile. The tracks match those that you saw back in the glade.
I'll follow that.
You begin going off, and this is where your 31 comes in.
Okay.
You can see pine cones laying here and there, dead branches and dead pine leaves, a subtle orange carpet covering the area. Unfortunately, there's really nothing here that would suggest that anything here is Barbara, but you do see a stacked up pile of pine cones. It looks like that something had come through, pushed a whole bunch of stuff off to the side, like a large creature, pushed a whole bunch of stuff aside. Your 31 indicates you've got a footprint with 4 toes and a talon in the rear. Each footprint the size of your head. You match it up to the young dragon that had come through.
Oh, wait, does it look like the one that I had killed?
Yes.
Like, oh, okay. So it's like I'm like putting together a timeline here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. It looks like it came through this area. And your 31 is also going to betray its actions. You can see, judging by the depth of the talons in the earth, this was running
away from something
towards the area where you had been.
Okay. I think out of like curiosity, shifting, because she's still also very concerned that Darian hasn't come back.
Yeah. Do you continue looking in the area, or do you expand your search out?
How far away am I from the tree with the X?
How far away do you want to be?
I don't think I'm that far. I think I'm probably still within shouting distance of Morty.
I'd say maybe 75 feet then.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll expand it some more.
Okay.
But I'm going to shout. I'm going to say, I found the tracks to the old dead dragon baby. I'm going to follow that one a little bit.
All right. I found... I also found tracks.
From what?
It looks like a squirrel.
Amazing work, Morty.
Thank you. I'll keep looking.
Okay. I like shake my head. I'm like,
Okay.
The amount of therapy I need by the end of this journey is just going to be... I don't know if Willowbark Thicket's copay system is going to run for this. We have a buy-in for a mutual therapy aid, and I don't think it can even afford.
So you're taking a look around. And he calls out to you at one point. He's like, oh.
What is it? Are you constipated or did you find something?
No, I'm fine. I just there's a there's a little bit of blood over here.
What? I'm gonna go back.
Okay, start making your way over there, and Morty is standing still and he's looking down at the ground. And you can see a larger taloned foot in the earth. And deep within the holes of the talon, you can see that there's some red that has soaked into the earth. You look into it, and it's a little bit difficult to tell what it could have belonged to. But the fact that you can see what could be blood.
Is there a blood trail at all anywhere?
You look further north, and you can see a couple of dots.
I follow that.
You do. You see ahead by about 75 feet or so.
Oh, God.
What?
Thought you said a head, and I'm like, what? Whose head?
Oh, no. Oh, no. Sorry. Didn't mean to suggest that. There's a... you look farther up the trail.
Yeah.
And there is a rocky outcropping. You can see that there are dashed apart logs, and some of those logs are burned in the middle, since cooled, and there's no remnant of a campfire or smoke or anything now. But it looks like a campsite had been here, and there is a small clearing. But dashed up against the rocks themselves is a blood splatter.
Is there any bear fur, clothing, horse?
Give me a perception check.
And yeah. Oh, that's a 34. Oh, God.
You don't find any entrails or anything. But there is a... You see a collection of fur up against the tree. It suggests that a bear had been here, like rubbing up against the tree. But you don't see any blood on that same tree. Much the same way that you no longer see the campfire, but there's nothing about the campfire. It just looks like everything had been dashed apart. And the fur rubbing up against the tree appears to have been like within the past several days or so. You can tell that because only the most steadfast or locked in pieces of fur are still in the bark. You do see paw prints down around the base of that tree. You do see boot tracks coming in from the east into this area. But then something occurred that then resulted in...
And I don't see any boot tracks leaving?
You don't. Give me a perception check.
Jesus. Not Darian. Oh, that's a 33.
I'm going to ask you some questions.
Sure.
If Darian died, what would have taken him out based on the information you had?
The dragon.
What is a primary mode of transportation for a dragon? Or what is their
wings.
attack method?
There's wings.
What do you do with that information as you look around?
Did he pick him up? And did he pick him up? Okay, so if that blood splatter's his, then he picked him up and dropped him, but then he'd have to carry his body somewhere else. I don't know if that's normal for a dragon. Unless if he killed him and then picked him up and flew away with him.
As you're thinking about these things, you look around. Up there.
Oh, Jesus, what is it?
You see what seems to be a human body in armor, mangled, half eaten, up in the branches dumped down from the top.
Wait, he wasn't wearing armor when he left.
He had armor.
What kind of armor?
Leather. He's a ranger.
Fuck. Morty.
Yeah. What's up?
Can you do me a favor?
Sure.
Do you remember what Darian looked like?
Yeah, funny, no scales, no hair, kind of just skin only type of humanoid person.
Great. Good enough. Can you do me a favor and climb up that tree and tell me if that body that's above us is Darian? And she's like refusing to look.
Oh shit, where? Oh.
That one. Can you just do me a favor and check?
You hear a crunching sound of branches and some like...
Okay, hold on. Okay, 1 second. All right, okay, moving up. Hold on. Yeah. Okay. Wow. Never seen that before. Is that what they look like on the inside? That's
okay,
cool.
okay.
No,
Listen.
Okay, so. Oh, Bramble. It's him.
Fuck. All right.
What do you want me to do?
Bring him down.
Yeah, sure. Okay, hold on. I got this.
You hear some more sounds. That sounds like...
Yeah, let me... I'm gonna move out on a branch a little bit here and said... Okay, that's not solid. Hold on for a second. Step on the side branches and I'm gonna try to wise his bouncing up and down. All right. Oh, hold on. Boom. I'll climb down now.
And he's...
Yeah.
When you finally turn around, you can see him like he's just kind of standing or sitting with his tail extended out to the side, obscuring much of the body. Like, yeah, what can I do for you now?
Well, I think Bramble's like really uncomfortable. I think she feels like... No, never mind. I'm gonna roleplay it. She sort of like sidesteps Morty and is like, I've never had somebody come back to save my life only to be killed.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Bramble.
I'm feeling like this is my fault. And I don't
think it's your fault. I mean, you whatever it is that took out that dragon is chased it through here. Come here.
And he hesitantly leaves the scene, walks back through the campsite and a little bit beyond, and then veers off to the right a little bit closer to the river.
Mm-hmm.
You may want to take a look at this.
When you come through the trees and you peer down the bank, you can see many footprints of at least a dozen that have come through, as well as taloned feet. The spacing of them, going off of your prior perception check or survival check, the spacing of them and the weight of the footprints would indicate they had been running.
Ooh. Why are you showing me this?
I think that dragon killer person came through here.
Okay.
I don't think the dragon did it.
You think the dragon killer killed Darian?
Well, if you look at it's not there's no large bite marks. There's no, the skin is shredded. I'm sorry, but it's shredded by like small, like hands, like what that thing had, not dragon talons that dig deep or dragon teeth, which take out large amounts.
But he didn't kill us.
We're not human.
Well, neither is a dragon. Why?
Maybe they need the dragon for armor. Maybe they collect the humans for mercenaries or food, or maybe Darian tried attacking it.
Well, I don't understand if... It makes sense if Darian tried to attack it, that he would attack it back. But what do you mean if he needed it for mercenaries?
Well, what made up those 12, 15 people things? They were all kind of about the same size as Darian, right?
So why didn't Darian... If you're suggesting that they turned into that, why...
What turned into what?
That the mercenaries were humans at one point.
I'm saying that... What? No, I'm saying that I think they came through here while chasing the dragon. I don't think the dragon stopped for a meal. I think they came through here and that 9-foot tall thing saw Darian, or Darian started reacting to it, and I don't know. I mean, there's a whole mess of footprints all around where the campfire was. I'm saying that maybe Darian just got in the way of that thing's progress, and while it was trying to take down a dragon, and threw him up into a tree. Why would a dragon let go of its food? He was ripped open. He wasn't eaten.
Well, that's... If it was that thing that killed Darian, that's too... I kind of want to go and fuck that guy's world up.
It took down a dragon, Bramble. I don't think that's what we're here to do. Darian did his job. You know, I think we kind of have to leave it at that. I'm sorry to say.
It's not fair, though.
No, it's not. But what you're on the hunt for is to fix the very thing that took him out. That thing looked like half bird, half dragon, half man, and half something. I don't even know, but their armor, and they don't come from this time. They come from another time or another place or something, but they're not part of nature. And the very mission that you went on, the thing that I agree with, is to restore nature to this world. You wouldn't be on this mission if it was all fair, nice. Sorry, Bramble, but I think we needed to be reminded of that.
Well, I wish Nordaga would have used somebody other than Darian as an example. And she's gonna turn around like one idiot and like walk away while shouting for Barbara. And she's like increasingly more pissed off.
Okay. Yeah, you head back. You absolutely head back.
When I get back to his body,
yeah,
I'm going to respectfully loot it for anything that Darian might have had that would be helpful for me in the future. But the entire time I'm doing it, I'm like scolding Darian for getting himself killed.
Yeah.
So I'm like picking up like his hands. I'm like, are there any like magic rings or something on it, or like any weapons? I'm like, Darian, you fucking came up. You showed yourself when you were in the middle of the crime scene of Foxglove being murdered, and now you're in the middle of you being murdered. And this is just great. This is such a Darian move, isn't it? And I just like really like I'm super mad, and I think I'm like starting if Morty were to like sneak up on this conversation, he would hear like Bramble start to sniff and like being like, "No, why'd you have to go and do that? That was really fucking stupid, Darian." And like, what does Silver think right now? Is Silver even alive? Silver's probably worried sick that you're not coming home. What am I supposed to tell Silver, huh? Or Bart? What am I supposed to tell Bart? I have to look after my own Leshy familiar that I can't seem to find, and your own familiar is off doing God knows what, thinking you're alive, but you're not alive. You're right here. I'm looting your body right now. Do you see what I'm doing right now? I'm looting your body. I'm like really mad.
You kind of take a look. The whole face is messed up.
Yeah. This isn't even your good side, Darian. I know how you look. You look better than this.
Give me a perception check.
Your hair is all over the place. I'm like pushing his hair out of the way. It's like you never took a comb to your hair at all. 21.
Did Darian have a beard?
Darian, I know it's been like 6 days, but I could have sworn you were clean shaven, like smoother than a baby's bottom.
Darian was clean shaven. This has a beard.
Darian, I'm gonna need you to be real with me, buddy. I'm like holding his face, his like misshapen face in my hand. I'm like, listen, if you're not Darian, I'm gonna be real embarrassed. Don't embarrass me, Darian.
You kind of, first off, the face is torn apart.
Yeah.
Eyes just folded
of
back.
Skin go
You
through
are awful. Why? Why? So,
getting ready for dark fantasy.
the eyes look familiar.
Familiar.
There's a sense of something feral in those eyes.
Feral. Does he have more than just a beard in terms of hair?
This is a hirsute individual.
What kind of weapons does he have on him?
None.
What do his ears look like?
Rounded, like a human's.
Fuck.
What do you...
Hold on.
Okay.
How tall is he?
Quite. You must a fairly large figure, about 6'3", 6'4".
Okay. Well,
Bramble, what are you doing?
I'm questioning everything now, Morty, because I'm putting these skin folds back together to try to reconstruct this face. And listen, we've seen worse. And
That's right.
Darian didn't have a beard, but he's got a beard here, and it's a pretty significant one.
Okay.
I mean, the eyes look familiar, but I don't know.
Well, it's a human, and Darian's the only human we know, right?
Yeah, there's no humans in the Circle of the Verdant Dawn.
Okay. What are the other things?
His eyes seem feral. That's the best way I could describe them.
Cool. All right.
I don't know if that's helpful or not.
So like
And then I,
wild, feral, like well, and Morty comes over, takes a look at the face. All right, so the eyebrows are big and bushy. I could see that. Yeah, I see what you mean. It's got kind of like a. Oh, takes a. Yeah, put that back together.
Yeah. Look, it's like wild.
Don't. Hey, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
What?
He like holds his hand up. He holds his claw, his thing paw with the talon thing. Looks at the beard. Puts it down, goes back to the tree. Grabs some of the fur off the tree and pulls it back over towards the beard.
Shut the fuck up. Is that Bart? Is this Bart? Are we looking at Bart?
The hair matches.
Okay, for a second, I could have sworn it was my buddy Halson from college. He's also a bear. Really? But Halson doesn't have a beard either, I forgot. I mean, unless he grew one in the past 15 years that I knew him. Anyways, Bart. This is Bart.
Bart's who?
The bear.
That is okay. All right. That means that your friend might still be alive.
That's true, but also, what the fuck?
What do you mean?
How did Darian have a did he have a werebear familiar?
I don't know.
He could have told me this. Okay, Darian, you've got a lot of splaining to do. I'm gonna look around, shout for him.
Darian? Nothing.
Fuck. I'm gonna go over, pick up the cup of hair, and stick it in my binds, and
I think we need to continue looking around.
yeah, I agree.
Which way?
Well, I was going this way, and I was about to keep going that way.
Is that way north? Is this way north?
This way was kind of southish,
Southeast.
southeastish.
Then we go back to where we were, the camp with the dragon people thing.
No, I don't want to go all the way back. I thought we were still looking for clues. I don't know. I don't want to go. I don't want to keep following this river because we still are looking for Barbara. My own familiar could be out there.
I know that, but I'm just saying that if we lost trail, I mean, we can go back to where we picked it up. But if Barbara's traveling north,
Then we gotta keep going north.
I can't imagine that Barbara's going to go south. I would figure that your familiar would pop up near you.
That's what I thought too, but she has yet to do that.
And in a week's time, according to what you said, they show up. And they haven't, which tells me that something has stopped Barbara from doing that. If Barbara came back. I'm assuming that Barbara came. I'm not saying that Barbara's not here.
Well, what I'm saying is that when I went and I threw my succulent hat into the wind, thinking that it was Barbara, I went down south.
Well, the wind is coming down from the north, and Barbara wouldn't be able to pick up on your scent because you're going upwind.
I didn't think of that.
And Barbara knows that we're going towards. What's that place called? Dathclome?
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know. I'm taking guesses here, but I mean we could try.
Yeah. Well, let's try it. Barbara, I'm getting a little ornery here. can you just show up maybe like sometime tonight? Just, take your time. I don't want to rush you, but also fucking hurry the fuck up. I'm gonna like kick the dirt and keep going north.
Another 2 or 3 hours goes by, much of it spent in silence, as the two of you try to find any additional clues. Until finally, due to your steadfastness and trained eye, you do pick up on something odd. Off the beaten trail, the pine trees, of course, have been growing a little bit more frequent, a little bit more clustered now. Nature still on the slow side of growth. You're kind of noticing that there's a lack of nutrients in the ground that seems to be feeding them, but it is growing more dense. And with that, the pine cones now become a little bit smaller. You kind of take a look around. Now, it is now midday. You can see Morty's breath. So it's getting colder. As you move around, you can see that the pine cones that are there have been there for quite some time. You can see several of them all piled up. Again, little cairns of them here and there.
What do you make of that?
I think she's close.
Okay.
He begins looking down on the ground.
I don't see your tracks. I mean, granted, this is like I don't know what I should be looking for right now.
Can I make another track?
Yeah, 100%. Absolutely.
Fuck
New
based
conditions.
on what I've seen.
Yeah, 100%.
Cool. Nat 2033, what do I find?
Yeah, you take a look around and you can see all these cairns, and that there is first off, it's nice day out. You come out into what appears to be a clearing. You can see that there are many pine cones all around, and there's a whole bunch of them have been stacked up. And then you can kind of see that they are stacked up. Some are in lines, and some are in what appear to be circles connected to those lines.
Is it writing?
You take a step back.
Orthographic mastery or something like that,
which
I'm going to use here.
You take a step back and you look, and you can see the word Bramble on the ground.
Morty, it's my name. Morty, it's my name.
Where? And he comes rushing in, spreading pine cones all over the place.
Stop moving.
What?
Well, it said Bramble, and now it says Brumbly.
Yeah.
Brumbly.
He's like, what are you talking about? Oh, the pine cones.
Yes, it said Bramble, now it says Brumbly.
He goes up into the tree, and you can kind of see like he goes, yeah. Look at that. It says like BLE, and over there it says like B. And then you got a period, but the period's in a funny place. The period's up front. Period's above it all. No, I'm saying that there's another. What's that supposed to be?
What? What do you mean?
What's that supposed to be? And then you take a look over, and you just see like another little pile of pine cones, but like a little pointy top, like a little pine cone up top.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at that. I don't know. I'm like take the top one off.
Well, you start getting close.
Shut the fuck up! Look at that little fucker! Look how stupidly cute it is!
And you just see this unmoving face, but as you get closer, it goes blink, blink.
Barbara?
and the whole thing just hops right off onto it, like just comes up and just poof, and it's incredibly light. It's mostly air, but Barbara like clings to you, and these little like pine cone dried needles like dig into your vines and just hold on for dear life.
Okay, Barbara. All right, you're getting really in there.
And she like lets go and
no, Barbara, it's okay. I would be like, I don't care.
You're crunch.
I don't care. No, I don't want to hurt you. I mean, you hurt me. I love you. I found Barbara. Morty, I found Barbara.
You found a pine cone. What do you? Oh, Barbara's a pine cone. And Morty like climbs down out of the tree and just like comes over. He goes, "Hey, look, kid, you're no longer. What is that?"
It's Barbara. Duh.
I was expecting a thistle pine cone person thing. Hey, Barbara, I am Mortimer. I am a friend.
Barbara's not deaf.
I'm not saying deaf. I'm not. No, I'm
You're
not,
like shouting at her.
I'm not shouting. I'm introducing.
I'm putting earmuffs on her.
Barbara's like.
Be nice.
I am being nice. I'm saying my name is Mortimer. My name is Mortimer. I am a friend of your. What are you? Mother.
She knows. I'm not. Barbara's older than I am. She's not. She knows who you are.
Daughter. What?
She knows who you. She knows who you are. She didn't lose.
You see,
her
Barbara
memory.
just kind of saw that.
See.
I'm sorry. So good to not see you crushed.
You nailed it.
Yeah. Okay. Hello, Barbara. Have you met the dragon people? What am I supposed to do? And Barbara just kind of goes and like tries to break free of your grasp.
Oh, ugh.
Barbara like hops down and with her little new feet is kind of like a penguin just starts marching up to the north a little bit, just kind of like waddles up. Yeah. But I mean, like seriously, I mean, if you take a look at the photo, there's like little feet. There's like 3 little knuckles.
That's so fucking cute. I can't handle this.
So, Barbara, the pinecone owl, pointy-headed thing, starts walking off like a pine penguin, and starts moving up a little bit, and then hops up on a rock, and then with you see like a little leaf come out, like a little. It's a collection of the pinecone shelves that are like stacked on top of each other, and they kind of look like a little wing. So it kind of goes like points up, and you can see a rocky cliff through the trees in the distance.
Uh-huh.
The sun is hitting it just right, and you can see that there's like a what?
The sun, that's a part of the thing. Wasn't that part of the riddle from like a while ago?
What are you talking about?
The sun, there was something with sun and mountains and a thing. Right?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You know, neither do I. It's been a week. It's been more than a week. I'm a little tired.
Do you need what would you? How can I help you?
I don't know. These are my visions. I don't know unless if you could go into my visions and recall the riddles from several days ago before the cliff. Before I almost died.
Yeah, that's fine. You talking about? I don't. Do you have memories of these things? Do you remember? Wait a second. Are you talking about like Altray's voice?
Yes.
All right, what did she say?
I'm gonna pull my trinket out from under my vines and be like, hey, I see these 2 mountains with the sun going through them just right. Isn't that part of your last riddle?
You don't receive an answer, unfortunately.
Cool. So one of my friends definitely, his bear friend died. We're all really beaten up over it. We would love some support right now. You know what? It's fine. It's okay. Maybe I'll see it in a dream. Who knows? I'll it's fine. I got it. You guys needed me for my knowledge. I got the knowledge. I'll figure it out. I would tuck it back inside.
Bramble, you okay?
I don't know, Morty. I don't know. I don't know when Altrea is gonna give me riddles. I don't know when my familiars are gonna come back. I don't know if if I'll ever see him again. I don't know about werebears. Apparently, I didn't know that was a thing.
What the hell's a werebear? I mean, there was a bear, and where was back there? I don't know where the other bears are. I'm sorry.
If that was Bart, I don't know how he was a person when he was a bear. 2 days ago.
Wait, you mean, what, does he change shape?
He was a bear, and then it was a human torn apart. So
okay. All right.
A werebear would be...
Werebear, there, bear.
Oh, my goodness, Morty.
I don't know what you're saying. You keep saying werebear. I'll play along. Why
Like
bear?
werewolves. Like werewolves, but
What the hell is a werewolf? Well, I don't know where the werewolves are. You're not speaking normal language.
Okay.
I don't have that lore.
Well, I read it in a book.
Where book?
Oh, Mortimer.
Oh, you used my national name. I see. Am I in trouble now?
No, it's fine. Listen, maybe we need to. What time is it?
Looks about 3 more hours before the sun ducks behind the mountains.
Okay. When I see the first sign of Daithclum is when we have to move northwest. I'm pretty sure I remember something about the mountains and the sun, but I apparently don't.
Oh, you're talking about when your friend was saying something.
Yeah.
I was mostly unconscious during that, but I kind of drifted in and out. I remember when you begin to see the land turn to something like ash.
Uh-huh.
That was the sign that you need to go northwest.
Does it look like ash?
It looks like pine needles. I don't see ash here. I mean, we can go back to the campfire and go take a look over there, but I don't think that's what you're looking for. I think we need to go north more.
Me too.
Hey, Barbara, where Barbara?
There, Barbara.
All right, I still don't get your jokes, but all right. And he turns around.
It wasn't a joke.
He turned. I don't know what it is, and he continues north.
I'll follow him and I'll try to half-assed explain werewolves to him, but after a few minutes I know that it's fruitless, so I just kind of give up. It's fine.
Food! Where food?
Great. This is awesome. This is gonna be the rest of our life together, isn't it?
Hey, look! There's squirrel. I'm learning this language game that you're playing. So you're saying, and as the three of you continue north,
Morty won't let it go. He goes,
So you mean to tell me that there's people that can change shape and they can go from humans into an animal form?
Yeah, it's kind of like it's the same thing that I could do, Morty, but they're human.
I've never seen you change into a human.
No, I don't change into a human. I could change into animals,
Oh.
like a bear. Do you remember when I drove the boat as a bear?
Yeah, I remember that, but you cast magic. So you're saying that Bart used magic to transform
No.
into a... Nope.
I mean, he might have. What I'm saying is werebears and like werewolves.
Oh, wait a second. Is this the curse?
Yeah, it's like a curse.
Oh, you mean lycanthropy?
Oh my God, is that all I had to say?
Hey, look, we're going north now.
Oh,
he
great.
just starts going off, and you can hear under his breath a little bit of a, and he just keeps moving.
You knew that I take like very.
He starts running forward. He tries to get out of range.
Rocks. Like
He
these are probably poop, and I throw it at him. Like, hey.
He tries to get out of range. He's trying his
Hold on,
best.
I want to roll to hit.
You're gonna fucking roll this? Okay.
Yeah, I am. Fuck yeah. Unarmed strike.
This is fun. You guys on camera can't see it, but my feet are bouncing up and down in a happy little stem. So this is fun.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah. No, I'm having fun.
Adorable.
I can't do it too much, otherwise, see, watch. If I do it more, the camera begins to shake. But anyway.
19 to hit.
Yeah, you clock him. Ow.
Fuck yeah.
Ow.
Fuck yeah. Here we go.
Ow. Come on,
3
stop.
points of damage.
No, come on, stop. What are you doing?
Well, listen, as much as it hurts me when you tell these like dad jokes, it hurts, I'm gonna hurt you right back.
Until finally it's about 8:30 at night or so, and you guys have managed to calm down and begin setting up camp. And at one point you can see that the area that you're in now, a full day, well, about a full day ahead since you set out on this, you can see that there is another camp around you, or at least the ashes have been completely dispersed into the ground. You don't see any logs burnt, however.
Does it look like the camp is recent though? Beyond it being burnt?
No. In fact, you find no real evidence. Give me a perception check.
Okay. Let's see what we got. 18.
Good enough. You don't see any signs of any real traversal, but you do see more signs of people heading down from the north. You see, adjacent to the camp, footsteps and what have you that have moved through this area. You do see the young adult dragon's tracks down by the river, but over here there seems to be more of a lounging out for a drink or what have you. Looks like that they were chased out of the north and forced to come down into this area.
And it looks like the same tracks of the 12 from before.
So, yeah, well, as you take a look at the tracks, it's a little bit easier to see. Now, the sun has already ducked behind some of the peaks, but the glow of dusk still pervades the area. And you look around and you can see that the land seems to be... Well, definitely there had to have been a fire in this area.
Like outside of the fire?
Yeah, like the whole area was once on fire,
Oh.
but you can see
Is it ashy?
all of the trees are fine. The air,
Is it ashy?
the ground is a little bit ashy.
Okay. I look at Morty and Barbara and I say, this is where we rest up, and then tomorrow we go northwest.
You set up camp. When the night finally arrives, there's an awful feeling of a presence in this area. It was the same kind of presence that you had picked up on back at the cave when that thing landed before it killed the dragon. It's like a perpetual scream that occurs on the night air. The shadows cast down by the two moons intersect, and where they intersect, horrible things rise up and then fade the moment that you look at them.
Ugh.
You can hear in the distance what seems to be quivers in the sounds of the past, as if tendrils reaching through a wall of time to tell you of things that had transpired in this area. What would you like to do?
Show the way.
Definitely. There is difficult terrain ahead, but it doesn't come in the form of nature. It comes in the form of what nature has become.
What's going on?
Let's detect magic.
You can see yeah, sure. What you see in this area is the land itself seems to have a slight taint of magic in the ground.
Is it the same kind of magic that I was sensing off of that creature?
Yes.
I found where that bird man is from.
Where?
Daithgloam.
Oh, and that's where we're going?
Mm-hmm.
That's not good. What if he comes back?
I don't think they're coming back right now. But if he comes back, we'll deal with him when that happens.
Blowing breath. I don't like this.
We have to find the last seed. We have to.
Yeah. All right. All right. That's fine.
Or we don't have to. I have to, though. I'm not making you do anything you don't want to do.
All right. I'll finish setting up camp. Why don't you go take a look around and see what's out there? If you need anything, call me.
He starts gathering wood and other things. We have since found out during your travels that Morty, with all 8 of his taloned paws, hands, things, can gather stuff a lot. What?
His pointy toe beans.
Pointy toe beans. He can gather a lot of firewood and work rather quickly in multiple ways to get things going. You begin looking around.
Yeah.
Off to the west, by about 150 feet or so, drawn to that area by some of the sounds that are out there, none of which seem to be in your area. You can see the night sky ahead of you, as if the trees themselves simply stop. And you look out. You come out over a cliff, and the land simply disappears. And below you, a vast plain, smoke rising from it, fires here and there, and in the distance, the sounds of human battle. A vast army of no less than 5,000 down to the southwest, colliding with forces that have poured out of Daithgloam. Still some distance away from that place, you can tell that there are shadows at work and are strongest at night. They invaded the human camp that came down into this area. You can see tents completely swallowed up by a flame that cannot be seen, but is darker than the night that surrounds it. Many of the men wander. You can see the dance of torches in the distance, all of them waving back and forth. Tiny little fireflies in some sort of an orchestrated dance. The call of beasts that have come through this area and brought down and wrought down upon these human encroaching armies. And you can hear the cries of humans. You know their language. You know Darian's language himself. Winged beasts that travel down. The same winged beasts that you had seen back in Geopalome.
Oh! God. Under my breath, I'm like, we're gonna fucking die.
But it's not over. The hair on the leaves on your limbs stand up. Something has entered your area. You begin looking around and you can see the blight of nature just seeping out, and with it a darkness seems to just crouch in like a carpet under your feet and over the land. You take a look around and you can see it extends out by about 15 feet on either side. And about 30 feet off to your left, a 9-foot tall creature, and beside it, another one of medium size, leaps off of the cliff without even paying you any mind. And with that, another 15 that pour out of the woods and leap off of the cliff as well. A hand that goes back, and all you see is a slide made of shadow that is connected to the cliff face itself and comes straight down to the land, some great distance below. And all the 15 of them begin marching down to that forsaken land beyond. And off in the distance, a halo surrounds a land, a pure black shell, as if a dark sun had risen off in the distance. And that is where we pick up next week.
Fuck!